This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss a new AI policy at YSU. Then we'll talk about our new SGA president's business venture. Then we'll swing into YSU's golf team's performance.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Elizabeth Koss.
And I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
It seems like everyone is talking about ChatGPT recently, and teachers are getting worried that students could use it to cheat.
That's right, Betty. In fact, some students have already been caught using the program. Punishments can go anywhere from minor to extreme. YSU staff is learning more about these programs and ways to combat their use. Jambar reporter John Cox tells us more.
Along with programs that help write papers, there are now programs that help to catch those illegitimate projects. Mark Vopat, head of the faculty union, says one is GPT-0.
A grad student at Princeton in computer science, and he had written a program called GPT-0, and he came up with an incredibly accurate detector of AI.
Blackboard has a tool that scans for plagiarism, but this tool is unlikely to catch AI-generated work. Rosalind Donaldson, Director of IT Training Services, says students should hold themselves accountable for turning in honest work.
It is up to the student to, in their own integrity and sense of due diligence to do work, to not use those tools.
If a student is caught using AI, the trouble they face depends on if they admit to it. Aaron Hungerman, Assistant Dean of Students, explains the process of discipline.
And if the students say yes, the professor is able to work with them to come up with whatever type of penalty would be appropriate for that situation. So sometimes it's a paper rewrite, sometimes it's a deduction of points, sometimes it's an additional reflection on, the pitfalls of plagiarism, something along those lines. If the student says, no, I did not do this, then that gets bumped to our office for a student conduct hearing.
If found guilty, students risk serious punishment, including expulsion. For Jambar TV, I'm John Cox.
Spring commencement will begin at 1 p.m. May 6th, with over 1,500 graduates attending. Keynote speaker Ellen Tressel and student speaker Elizabeth Brassel will be giving speeches to the crowd, talking about their success, dedication, and hard effort.
Commencement's probably one of the greatest days of their lives because it shows a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of persistence, a lot of grit that they have put into their education to get to that point, and they can be very proud of that.
Parking is free anywhere on campus to anybody attending commencement.
The WeK Daycare and Learning Center has been in business for about 35 years and watches students, faculties, and staff's children while they attend classes or work. Donna McGrath-Rooney, owner and founder of the WeK Daycare and Learning Center, said that the daycare allows parents to be worry-free while on campus.
That they are worry-free while they're either in class or at work. It gives them the opportunity to have study time and still know that their child is being cared for and being educated in a preschool program.
The daycare also employs students and offers many beneficial programs and scholarships to help students with child care costs. The WeCare Daycare has a drop-off appointment system and welcomes any children of students, staff, and faculty.
The Bidante College of Health and Human Services has received many faculty awards. Department Chair of Graduate Studies, Nancy Landgraf, won the Tressel Endowed Chair Award for Excellence in Department Chair and Instructing. The department gets the monetary prize to be used. However, the department sees it fit.
Part of the money that comes to the department is for departmental use, things that we want to do as a team. So whether it be research or faculty development or improvement in certain areas or special speakers or individual development, it's just whatever that we decide as a group we want to do it.
John Hazy, Department Chair of Criminal Justice and Consumer Sciences, won 2 awards. Hazy said the awards are not just his, but they belong to the whole department.
You don't earn these kinds of awards by yourself. These awards are based on the efforts that everybody makes day in and day out.
A list of other winners can be found on the university website.
For the first time, the Senefani School of Nursing is celebrating Nurses Week from April 24th to 28th. Among the events was a social on April 24th, a medallion giving on April 27th for graduating students, and a senior banquet on April 28th. Dr. Nancy Wagner, the head of the Senefani School of Nursing and a professor of nursing, said nurses play an important role in patient care.
So they have to have the knowledge to understand what is wrong with the patient. So caring is really important, safety is very important. And then beyond that, they certainly need to be a part of the healthcare team.
Wagner also said that nurses deal with many institutional issues.
Staffing and pay and just scheduling is an issue, and nurses are really overworked. But a lot of them are really still love what they do. Most of them love what they do, even though there are some issues about being overworked and understaffed.
YSU is celebrating Nurses Week a week earlier than the official week so that graduating seniors and other nursing students can participate before the summer.
Finals week is right around the corner, and Mogg Library is here to help students. Molly Burke has more.
Mogg Library will extend its hours and offer resources for students to decompress during finals week.
The library will be open till 9 p.m. on April 28th and 29th and will be open till midnight April 30th through May 3rd. Anna Torres, co-director at Mogg Library, said there will also be service dogs for students to relax with.
We're going to start with bringing service dogs again. We brought them last semester through Dog Smarts Unleashed. They provide therapy dogs with their owners, and it was a wonderful experience, and the students very much appreciated that. So we'll have them that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Archive specialist and record management specialist Lisa Garfuli said there will be small activities for students who need to take a break from studying.
We also have some small activities like coloring for mindfulness, and we have some origami and puzzles, and we have games, you know, if students are stressed out and just need to take a break.
Curator for University Archives and Melnick Medical Museum, Cassie Nesper, said students can release stress with the library's paper shredder.
And so we put out paper that students can write on if they want. You know, you write down what you're stressed about or what just the final that just happened and you're so glad it's over, the class, the activity, the project, whatever it is. And you put it through that shredder and then it's gone. And it just kind of helps you relieve and just let go of whatever that was stressing you out.
Mogg Library has silent study areas on floors 5 and 6. The circulation desk offers charging devices, medical models, dry erase markers, and more.
For more information on Mogg Library, head to its website. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Molly Burke.
The Youngstown State football team will travel to Columbus this upcoming fall on September 9th to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. YSU Athletic Director Ron Strollo said that the former president, Jim Tressel, played a role in putting the game together.
They had Coach Tressel or President Tressel reach out to Ohio State, so he was kind of the one that helped open the door there for us once we found out there was an opportunity that we could make the trip to Columbus this fall.
Tressel is known across the country for the time he spent as OSU's football head coach. Tressel finished his tenure with an overall record of 94-22, including 6 Big Ten Conference titles. Strollo said that there is a financial benefit to playing the game.
It's a big payday for us, so financially it's a big deal for our department and our university.
According to the contract, Ohio State will pay YSU $800,000. Ohio State will provide 500 free tickets to the visiting team, and 3,000 tickets will be offered for purchase by the visiting team, including tickets for the visiting team's band. Kickoff for the game is still yet to be determined.
The Excellence Training Center, in partnership with the Columbiana County Education Service Center, received a $500,000 grant to help serve students with disabilities. Jackie Ruler, Excellent Training Center Director, said the project will help students secure a stronger future.
The $500,000 that we got, that's specifically to help train folks with developmental disabilities, to get them training so that they can, get a good paying job.
The grant provides scholarships, programs, and classes through the ETC to help students with disabilities. More information can be found at the Excellence Training Center website.
The recently opened Gwynn's Gadgets provides YSU branded tech accessories. The store is located in Kilcolly Center across from the Jamba Juice. Gwynn's Gadgets sells items such as laptop sleeves, headphones, and wireless chargers. Sharon Zimbauer, the Associate Director of IT Customer Services, says that this is a convenient way for students to find the tech they need.
And the ultimate goal would be to be able to provide the students with a place that is almost one-stop shopping, meaning they could come into the kiosk, order a device, have it sent here, we can help them set it up, and then be able to assist them when they need help with it.
Gwynn's Gadgets isn't the only addition the IT Service Desk has made in recent years. Students and faculty can also borrow laptops and other devices through the loaning program to rent a device for 2 semesters with only a $50 fee.
Several professors are retiring this semester. To spotlight their legacies and time at YSU, here is Jambar reporter Christopher Gillette.
Many YSU professors have touched lives in their careers, whether that be through teaching students, working with faculty, or designing programs.
Guanghua Andy Chang has been a math and statistics professor at YSU since 1993 and was responsible for creating the Data Science and Statistics program. Chang said he loved his time at YSU.
I really enjoy every moment here. As I say, I have lots of freedom to do what I like to do, and YSU support us. So for the year since I came here, YSU start changing, getting more towards research. Right? So there's a lot of good research activity going on, which really enrich my life too. I enjoy every moment. Working with faculty or teaching, helping students. I can't have anything better than this. Right? So.
Richard Goldthwaite has been a math professor at YSU since 1988. Goldthwaite said he enjoyed his work with other faculty.
I've always enjoyed working with my colleagues in the math department here. It's been truly awesome.
Nancy Wagner, the head of the Centofanti School of Nursing and a nursing professor, said she put love into the education she brought to students.
I hope that because I've loved what I've done for over 40 years, I hope that I've given some of those students and graduates that same feeling. I want them to love what they do, taking care of patients.
Kim Ballone, a nursing professor at YSU for 33 years, said her legacy is reflected in the students she helped teach and grow.
My biggest legacy is the lives that I've touched and come into encounter, that they're going to make big differences in other people who are vulnerable, who are sick, who need help, who need some education, who need to know what direction to turn to.
We at the Jambar wish those retiring professors the best in their new endeavors or their much-deserved rest. For JambarTV, I'm Christopher Gillette.
Now, Caitlin, I've been craving some of those warmer temperatures, but those spring-like lows have just been sticking around. Let's throw things over to Molly Burke to take a quick look at the weather.
This week has been cold and cloudy, and unfortunately, that will continue into this weekend and the start of next week. I'll have a more detailed weather report after the break.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
exercise.
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Molly Burke, and this is your weekly weather outlook. Let's jump into this weekend's radar. Today, we'll see the chance for rain is 97% with a 23% chance for thunderstorms. We'll see on and off showers throughout the day. Those conditions won't change by tonight, as we'll see periods of rain throughout the night and a small chance for thunderstorms. Saturday will be cloudy with some rain throughout the day. The chance for rain dips to 85%. Saturday night, we'll see small showers in the evening, but the rest of the night will be cloudy with some mild wind speeds. Sunday, those showers will come back in full force with a 98% chance for rain and a small chance for thunderstorms. By Sunday night, the storm will finally move out of the valley with the occasional cloud in the sky. Now let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today, the high is 61 with a low of 51, coupled with rain and clouds. Saturday will be our warmest day of the weekend with a high of 65 and a low of 44. Sunday, the high will be in the low 60s, and then the temps dip into the high 30s by night. Monday will be our coolest day with a high of 49 and a small chance of rain during the day. The low drops to 36, and we'll see a small rain drizzle. That's it for this week's weather forecast, but you'll want to stick around because Austin Caroline will be in the studio with the latest stories in student life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Austin Caroline, and this is the latest in student life. Do you know that the newly elected SGA president is the CEO of a gelato business? Alex Papa said it's demanding, but it's what he loves to do.
It was my junior prom night, and as my date was getting ready, I was laying flooring in the kitchen in my prom suit.
Papa Gelateria is coming to Penguin City just in time for spring graduation.
And we've become really successful. Like, we opened up a shop in New Wilmington, and then I've since sold that shop in New Wilmington, and now we wholesale supply it still. And then we're opening up in Penguin City, hopefully by graduation.
Papa graduates May 6th with a double major in history and political science. He begins his graduate studies in the fall. Now, for over 50 years, Peppermint Productions on the south side of Youngstown has helped local musicians jumpstart their music careers. The studio won 5 Grammy Awards for the Best Polka Album and received the first ever Grammy Award for a polka album in 1986. Since 1971, Gary Ramey has owned and operated the studio and brought multi-track recording to Youngstown.
The techniques that we were applying to pop music or rock music, you know, the multi-tracks, the more than one microphone on the drums, and we took those techniques and applied them to the polka sessions.
With the history surrounding the studio, Peppermint Presents Rat Race was released May 13th, 2022, with unreleased tracks from local bands such as Phil Kagi, Iron Knowledge, The Human Beings, and more. The album is available on Spotify and Bandcamp.com. Lena Ismail, a YSU alumna who left with 3 degrees, is now using her education as the owner and CEO of QuickMed. QuickMed offers services such as urgent care, primary care, women's health, and more. Esmail explained how these services are based on community.
The one thing that I wanted to do, which differed from a traditional retail urgent care, is I wanted to have the same community approach that hospitals used when they uprooted in communities. So what we started to do was really have relationships with different entities within the community, most significantly school districts. So by doing so, the community was able to identify what we did, how we did it, and how they can adequately utilize our services as opposed to going to the emergency department.
Esmail is moving forward with expanding the QuickMed clinics, but she still has ties to YSU as a member of the Equity Committee for the Batante College of Human Health and Services. Now, the Youngstown Environmental Sustainability Society hosted an Earth Day event in preparation for Earth Day on April 18th in the Cove. Samantha Smith has more on the event.
YES holds an Earth Day event every year to teach students about the environment and its current state. Adriana DeWitt, a senior environmental science and environmental engineering major, said YES wants to teach students ways they can contribute to improving the environment.
We just want to try and educate the students about what's going on locally that they can contribute and participate. It doesn't take much out of their day to just drop off their recycling to the Green Team dumpsters.
Several companies and organizations like the Green Team, Plant Ahead Ohio, Wild U, and the Mahoning Valley Sanitary District had tables set up around the Cove for students. Julie Bartolone, founder of Wild U, explained what her organization does for environmental sustainability.
We focus on nature-based education, getting people outdoors, reconnecting with nature.
Lola Lewis, president of Plant Ahead Ohio, explained what she wants students to take away from this event.
How important it is about collaboration, to also understand that it's one of the best things that you can do is to put back, to be good stewards of the land and to manage. And to remember, if we work together and collaborate, we can truly make a difference, and that's very important.
For more information about YES, visit their website. For JambarTV, I'm Samantha Smith.
Now that's it for this week's Student Life, but John Ostapowicz will be in the studio with your sports update after the break.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm why I'm proud.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm John Ostapowicz, and this is your YSU Sports Update. The men and women's golf team competed in the Horizon League Championships on April 23rd through the 25th. The women's team came in 5th place finish at the Navy Spring Invitational April 15th and 16th before the conference championships. As for the men's team, they competed in the Wright State Invitational at the Heatherwood Golf Club in Springboro. The team finished 6th overall at the Invite on April 16th and 17th, Head coach Nick Mikolos of the women's golf team talked about the team's preparation for the postseason.
Throughout the season, we worked really hard. So, most of the preparation's already done, and now this week it's really just been kind of a balance between, kind of giving the players some freedom to work on the things they need to, and giving them a little bit of downtime because, with the travel schedule.
The men's team finished 8th out of 11 Horizon League teams in the 3-day event. The team had a total score of 905, and senior Brian Corduple finished 9th overall for the Penguins. As for the women's team, they finished 5th out of the 8 teams, and senior Puthita Khan Rudy came in 2nd overall with a 227 overall score to date. To stay up to date with the golf team, you can check out ysusports.com. For the second consecutive season, the Youngstown State University lacrosse team clinched a conference tournament spot in the Mid-American Conference for the second consecutive season. Youngstown State had an impressive showing inside the Watson Trussell training site on April 22nd against Detroit Mercy. With the win, the team punched its ticket to a tournament berth with a 20-8 victory. With the last home game of the season, the team celebrated Senior Day, with Allie Corinne being the lone graduate. Corinne celebrated the day by recording her 100th career goal. With 1 game left in the regular season, the team will hit the road against Kent State University April 29th. First draw is set for 1 p.m. The final game can be watched on boxcast.tv. The Youngstown State men and women's track team hit the road over a 3-day span, April 20th to the 22nd. At 3 separate events. At the SRU John Papa Invitational on April 20th, the Penguins claimed 10 event victories, with junior Lonnie Harper clearing a career best of 2.05 meters in the high jump from April 21st to 22nd. The track and field team competed at the Virginia Challenge, in which freshman Ryan Meadows became the first outdoor runner in school history to go below 14 minutes. In the 5,000-meter event at the Jesse Owens Classic, senior Zach Gem heaved a throw of 58.69 meters to extend his record in the discus at Ohio State. The track and field team will be back in action over a 3-day span, April 27 to 29, at the Walsh Tune-Up, Ashland Alumni Meet, and Penn Relays. The YSU softball team is coming off a 4-game losing streak on the road. The Penguins were swept in a 3-game series against the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay on April 21st through the 22nd. In the April 21st doubleheader, the Penguins were defeated 9-8. In the second game, Green Bay defeated the Gwens in another close game, 4-3. On April 22nd, YSU was shut out 8-0 and were held to just 2 wins. Despite a 4-game losing streak on the road, the Penguins have an 8-8 conference record with their last 6 conference games. Head coach Brian Campbell spoke about the upcoming series against Cleveland State and what his team needs to do moving forward.
Well, our game plan is just try to play solid defense and good pitching, and nothing has changed, going down through a lot of that. And when you overthink, I think sometimes that's where it becomes, a little bit harder.
The Youngstown State softball team will return home for a 3-game series to host Cleveland State. The women will play a doubleheader on April 27th and the last game on April 29th. To view live stats, go to ysusports.com. And that is all for the week with sports. Really wrapping things up, let's toss it over to Molly Burke for a quick weather recap.
Like I said earlier, this weekend is not looking ideal for anything related to outdoor activities, but it will be the perfect studying weather for finals week. This is the last episode of JambarTV for this semester. Join us in sending off the graduating Jambar staff.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun. I think that's it. Yeah. It goes bum 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 bum, and then it goes
All right, you ready?
Go.
Dun 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 dun.
Betty Koss has proposed to me.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, I will. It's a yes.
Yes. What are your favorite colors for the Jambar?
No comment.
No comment. So when did you get involved with JambarTV?
I got involved with JambarTV this past semester, so it was the fall of 2022 semester.
I joined the Jambar, I believe it was in 2021 after a workshop. I remember Kelsey pulled me aside and was like, hey, are you interested? I'm like, okay. And I kind of just like been here since.
I got involved in my 2021 semester. Don't remember which one.
I was actually convinced by the old editor-in-chief, Kelsey Norris, because we were friends, and she was like, Sam, apply. And so I was peer pressured into joining the Jambar.
That's a great question. It's been a while. I would have to say my junior year, the fall of 2022, would that be? No, 2021? No.
So I got involved. I wanted to be a part of JambarTV. I just wanted to be able to kind of get the experience of anchoring. And it was a conversation at 9 o'clock at night in the office with previous EP Kyle, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? We really need somebody. Do you think you'd be able to show up in dress clothes tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yes, I can do that."
When did you join the Jambar?
Fall 21, like fall semester 2021.
I got involved because it's something I was really interested in, and my friends were in it, so I thought it'd be a really good idea, and it was.
I got involved in JambarTV. I was in a class. Mary Beth Earnhardt was my professor, and she gave me the opportunity to do it. And I've actually watched JambarTV a little bit beforehand, and I kind of always knew I wanted to be an anchor.
Well, a good man by the name of Paul Ditchy came to me in dire need of someone to do something for Jambar because they had low numbers. So I said, why not? I'll check it out, and that's how I got my start.
Well, I kind of wanted that experience, and being in workshop and like becoming familiar with the reporters there and such. I don't know, just like the atmosphere and everybody that was in it.
I got convinced by the copy editor at the time, Laurel Stone. She convinced me it would be good for my resume, so it was a pretty good time.
What is your favorite office memory?
Office memory?
We've had a lot of good moments. Honestly, it's kind of just everybody coming together, even at the end, all just having that big conversation in a circle. It just kind of shows that we're all one big happy family. So I couldn't give an exact moment, but we've had a lot of good ones.
Man, I would have to say all the times Betty Koss has proposed to me.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, I will.
If you could pick one.
My favorite JambarTV moment. I think it was, and I have no idea when it was, the entire show went to hell. And I mean it, like everything was going wrong, but it was hilarious. Like there was no salvaging it. But we all were just like, well, it wasn't any of our fault. It was like equipment issues, but even though it was terrible, it was the funniest day that I've had in college, I think.
Like solving like a hard Wordle, probably. I'll go with that.
Wow.
My favorite memory. My favorite memory. What a loaded question that is.
I honestly have a couple between being a part of Jamly Feud for Kyle TV, being co-host for Cooking with Koss for Halloween.
I don't.
It's always a good time. My favorite memory would be probably when my girlfriend broke up with me right before a show. So it was a quite emotional show for me. But no, No, I'm kidding. It was a couple days before a show, but it was still emotional. But
my crooked glasses era where I broke my glasses, and many people decided to ask around like, hey, does he know his glasses are broken? To even my obvious notice of hearing people screaming in the studio, in the control room, looking over and like thinking, what are they doing? Right when they cut back to me on camera. So you see me kind of looking off the side like, what's going on?
My favorite memory is just, getting in the control room with everybody and just having a good time before the show. Because we like to clown around, pal around before we get, we all flip that switch and we get right to the show. But before, it's just laughs.
What is your position at JambarTV?
I'm a news anchor at JambarTV.
My positions have include various tasks that help ensure that the Jambar runs smoothly. I started off as a floor director, and one of my main jobs was to hang up the Jambar sign before the show to make sure that that was up. Then after that, I was moved to the replay machine, where I pressed various buttons to play videos and start commercials.
I've been a multimedia journalist for I think news and for entertainment and arts, and then I've been the designer.
So I only have technically the one position, and it's as an anchor, but I've covered all the facets of anchoring.
And then just this semester I was promoted to technical director, where I was in charge of the switcher, and that was my most important role that I have acquired over my many semesters at Jambar.
I did, for a while, I was floor director and camera person.
I've been a regular MMJ, photographer, and the A&E editor.
Assistant copy editor and head copy editor.
I was camera operator first with my buddy Maya, and then I became the graphics operator, but I also did other things with I did floor director for 2 seconds, things like that.
Can you give us your best Ditchy impression?
My best Paul Ditchy impression?
And you can stand up too if you want.
No, I'll sit down and do it. I'll kind of do something that he usually says to me. It's one of his favorite sayings he says to me. He says, if anyone can't do it, it would be you. He said that to me a few times.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Do you want to stand up for anything?
No, I'll just stand like this.
Okay.
So, what went wrong?
Oh my gosh.
You can stand up if you want. I don't know. A whole ordeal.
Oh gosh, that's so hard because he always looks so grumpy. Let me see.
Okay, then go back and do it again.
So it's really helped motivate me to be able to do it. So I think it's kind of like a reverse psychology. He tells me I can't do it, but truly deep within his soul, he believes I can do it.
I got a couple, honestly. If you ever wear something that is too bright, usually white, he'll look at you and like, what are you wearing? It's like, oh, I'm just wearing a white shirt. Are you trying to flashbang the audience?
I don't know. Me and him just like to complain a lot. So it's just a big complaining conversation. So these videos aren't lined up properly. They don't know how to do anything on this.
Or recently, hey, don't let him have any of the microphones. He's going to screw them on too tight. Or if something breaks, his fault. He broke the alligator clips. When I am completely innocent.
Craziest thing you've seen in the office?
It might not sound like the craziest, but at the time, this was last semester when Cameron Stubbs, I don't know what was going on. I turned around and he just falls right out of his chair. Looks like he hit his head almost and just, but instantly came back up.
I pushed him.
Preston filming soup and standing on a chair.
What are your plans for after graduation?
After graduation, I am hoping to have a job of some sort to not be broke. That's my first plan. My second plan.
Well, my plans after graduation have nothing to do with what I've studied over the last 4 years of my life. hindsight, it kind of feels like a waste, but hopefully I will get into what I've been doing. I really enjoy Jambar, and that's helped me decide that I do enjoy this multimedia outlet of the news.
My plans after graduation, well, I kind of want to move to Pittsburgh and do some like reporting and designing and stuff over there. Just, you know, hang out in the city.
I don't have a second plan. I have one plan.
Right now you're looking at a head soccer coach at high school in the flesh. Big season coming up, so that's my future plans at this moment.
Right now, I'm planning on working locally and mainly stick with writing, not anything with production, but mainly focus on writing stories.
Take a nap. I'm tired.
After graduation, I'd like to start working in one of the local news stations, and eventually, after a couple of years, getting the experience, having my foot in the door, I'd like to travel to another market, probably, but most likely down south, just so I can get away from Ohio winters.
I plan to work at a local news station, hopefully as a reporter for a little bit, and eventually branch out and maybe go into a bigger market.
May they rest in peace.
Mom
died.
We wanted to thank you for joining us every single episode of JambarTV. But before we cut out, we wanted to just say some final thoughts with everybody for the Jambar and JambarTV. So Caitlin, what are some final thoughts you got, honey?
Well, the experience that I've gotten here is incredible. I've learned really well how to speak in front of a camera, and I think it's really going to help me prepare for my future career. Olivia?
I had to think about it for a while, but I'm going to be honest. I think that JambarTV and the Jamily is like the best thing that's happened to me at my time in YSU. So I'm going to be pretty bummed when I got to go, which is now.
So I'm just, being part of the Jamily has been something that has made college so worth it for me. I joined halfway through my sophomore year, not sure what I wanted to do anymore with as a career or at all, and then I got roped into this, and it's been a blessing ever since. And I'm going to miss coming in here every Thursday with everybody.
Okay.
Final thoughts. I have so many thoughts running through my head. I just can't pick a final thought. But if I had to pick a final thought, I'd just say it would be JambarTV right here. We all show up every week for that sign, for that JambarTV, for that motto of JambarTV, and everyone puts their heart and soul into the project, and it's good to see like-minded people to come together and produce an awesome show. So I love every single one of you guys and everyone in the control room, and that's all I have to say. Michael?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. These last 2 years of my college life they've been a lot better since I joined the Jambar. I feel like I've become a much better writer, a much better editor as well, and I made some new friends. So, yeah, pretty happy about it.
Well, I just want to say, like Mike said, a lot of new friends, especially you, Betty. But yeah, I'm gonna really miss my time being here. It definitely opened me up.
Well, being at the Jambar, I got to meet a lot of unique individuals and had to make so many special memories. And it was definitely an experience I didn't think I was gonna enjoy so much stepping into it. I was kind of nervous and I was unsure, but I really liked my time here.
I have been here for 4 years now, and I have never been more proud of a group of individuals that I have been able to work with and devote my life to with. And I'm probably a little too much of my life, honestly. I might have an addiction problem to the Jambar. I am quite in love with working with you all, and I am going to miss you all so incredibly much, and I have never been more proud of the work that we have put through. But I wanted to thank you for joining us almost every single week for the latest in news, student life, entertainment, and sports here at the Jambar and JambarTV. As always, stay safe, Penguins.
Nice.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.